is I want to thank Susan, Sydney, and Javert for allowing us to use their facility as Circle of Life resource center. This is no easy task, and they were really stellar in helping us out. Our hosts we are the sponsors, they are the hosts, and we have two sponsors. We're co-sponsoring. And Frontier Financial of Arizona, home of the
Lona Rangers.
Lona Rangers, thank you for that. And Traci's going to say a few words. She's going to say a few words, and then we're going to have Javert come up and talk a little bit about the Senior Referral Network. So here we go.
Great, thanks again for hosting this and allowing us to be a sponsor. Larry talked so much about this, and as you guys know, I don't get out very much because I'm at home pushing the paper. But anyways, so back in 2017, I met Ralph, and Ralph recently lost his wife. He owns a home in Dewey, and he had lost her income. Not only her Social Security income, but she was also working part-time. Ralph was 75 at the time when this happened. And so he immediately called up a realtor. He's like, I'm not going to be able to afford my home anymore. And the realtor listened to his story and said, you know what, you shouldn't be talking to me. You should be talking to Traci at Frontier Financial of Arizona. Learn about a reverse mortgage and see how that can help you. So Ralph met with me. He had never heard about a reverse mortgage before. And we were able to pay off his mortgage. We were able to give him money to do improvements for his home. He paid off his car. And he also had a line of credit left over for the what ifs in life, any large expenses that came up. And that was a game changer for Ralph. I had Donna call me about 2 years ago. Her mom was 93 years old, lived in Cordes Lakes, and her and her brother had been giving her mom a little over $1,000 a month. And said, we can't keep doing this. Mom's getting in-home care services, her health is only going to get worse. We don't know how we're going to afford this. She only had a $35,000 loan on her house, so we paid that off. She'd been living there for over 30 years, never did any maintenance on the house. So we were able to help her get a new roof, paint her house, and do a lot of upgrades to make it safer for her to stay there. She also was going to get $1,500 a month for the rest of her life, and she was getting a line of credit for, again, any large expenses that came up. So it's not the homeowner necessarily that calls me in all cases. Sometimes it's the family member because a financial burden falls to them. And so one of the biggest questions I ask is, well, what happens when mom dies? The bank's going to take all the equity. Let me tell you about my parents. My mom had a stroke about 8 years ago, and my dad had to put her into assisted living. And he had been burning through his IRA because he needed additional money to help cover the cost of the in-home care because they didn't have long-term care insurance. And so Dad came to me about 2 years after Mom being in independent living and said, I think I'm going to run out of money. I said, but you've got a free and clear house. I don't understand how that's possible. So we set up a reverse mortgage for my dad. And for the next 2 years, he continued to use the line of credit to pay for the rest of my mom's care. A couple years after that, my dad started having health issues. And so he had let that line of credit sit there that entire time because he didn't need it anymore. And so by the time he needed assistance, not only was I able to get him round-the-clock, 24-hour, 7-day-a-week care for a certain period of time, I was able to use that line of credit to pay for assisted living for the last 2 years of his life. And you know what? When I liquidated his estate, every beneficiary got what was entitled to them, and there was money left over to donate to a foundation that he was passionate about. So any myth that you may have heard about the reverse mortgage, I ask you to come to my lunch and learn next Tuesday, June 24th, at the Better Business Bureau office, because the first thing that I address are all of those things that we've heard that are bad about a reverse mortgage. It's not bad, folks. If you use it the wrong way, sure, just like anything else. The second thing is I have more stories to share about how this changed people's lives. So whether it's you as a daughter of somebody, a sister or a brother. I recently had a sister call me. She said, I can't keep taking care of my sister. And her sister has a free and clear house. There's all kinds of scenarios out there where we can help people with a reverse mortgage. And so come join us, June 24th, again, the Better Business Bureau. There's invitations on your tables. And again, I appreciate you guys letting me speak and share this great program with you and our company. Thank you.